You probably already know that this is equal to 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, the minute hand is on the 12. That's the longer hand, remember? And the shorter hand, the hour hand, is on the 1. Well, we're going to learn another way that we can say the different times on the clock. If the minute hand is on the 3, that hour hand will have just moved a teeny little bit. And we can say this time as 1:15. But we can also think of the clock divided into fractions. And at 1:15, that minute hand is a quarter of the way around the clock. So we can call this a quarter after 1 because that minute hand has traveled a quarter of the way around the clock. And the hour hand is a quarter of the way between the 1 and the 2. Now, when this minute hand goes all the way down to the 6, we know that it's 1:30. That hour hand is halfway between the 1 and the 2. The minute hand is on the 6. We can say 1:30, but we can also call it half past 1 because that minute hand has traveled halfway around the clock and that hour hand is halfway between the 1 and the 2. Now, if we keep going, and now that minute hand is on the 9, we can actually say that it's 3/4 of the way around the clock at 1:45. We can also say that it is 15 minutes until the next hour, which is 1:45 because in 15 minutes this hand will be on the 2 and in 15 minutes this hand will be on the 12. It's 1:45 when it's 1:45. Let's review one more time. Okay, so let's start at 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, the minute hand is on the 12, the hour hand is on the 2. If this hand moves to the 3, it's moved 1/4 of the way around the clock. At 2:15, it is 2:15. That hour hand is 1/4 of the way after the 2. The minute hand is 1/4 of the way around the clock. If that minute hand keeps going and goes all the way down to the 6, that hour hand will now be halfway between the 2 and the 3. The minute hand will be halfway around the clock, and now we say that it is 2:30 or half past 2 because that that minute hand is halfway around the clock, and the hour hand is halfway between the 2 and the 3. If this keeps going, whoops, and now the minute hand is on the 9, it's 3/4 of the way around the clock. It is 1/4 the next hour. That hour hand is a little bit closer to the 3, and the minute hand is on the 9. It's 2:45 or 1/4 to 3.